Hello everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are brand new. Today I have a brand new video that I've never done before. We are going to be trying a chapter of OwlCrate books. This is going to be the first in a pretty lengthy process, a long journey of lowering my TBR, unhauling some books, and at the end of everything I want to be able to fit my physical TBR onto one entire bookcase. Which sounds like a decent amount of books, but I also have to unhaul or read or what have you to get to that point. So we're going to be starting with my book box books and doing maybe a handful of these videos, but the first is going to be OwlCrate books that I still have from 2015 and 2016 that I have yet to read. So here are the books that I'll be trying a chapter of. The first book is Trouble is a Friend of Mine by Stephanie Tromley. The next one is A Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis. Then we have Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake, The Night We Said Yes by Lauren Gibaldi, Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter, and finally, On Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. Alright, those are the books that I have, so I'll be reading a chapter or two of each depending on how long they are to get a feel of the book, feel if I'm interested in it anymore, and if I'm not, then the real question is to unhaul or not to unhaul. So let's hop in to our first book. Okay, so I have read the first little section plus the first chapter of Trouble is a Friend of Mine by Stephanie Tromley. I think I'm kind of feeling it. I've been a bit more into mysteries lately, so this does sound interesting. Basically, our main character Zoe, her parents have gotten divorced and they've moved, and she meets this guy at school, Digby, and they pretty much kind of, I think go on kind of a detective work situation to find the missing girl that was kidnapped. So I think that's kind of what this is about. I really don't know too much at this point. It was very beginnings of the story, but I think right now that this one is safe. This is gonna stay, I think, for now. So, yeah. But I want to say that maybe if I don't read it in a year, then it may go. But I think this is a more Halloween, October, fall kind of vibe of a book. So maybe if I don't read it by this autumn, I'll get rid of it. But so far, I am liking it. I'm intrigued, so it's staying. So, you get a pass, my friend. Gets a pass. Alright, on to the next one. So I finished my reread of Chapter 1 of A Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis, and I just don't think the writing style is for me. Or there's something that just isn't clicking with this book. The plot sounds amazing when you read the summary on the dust jacket. It is about a girl who is at an asylum, and she ends up kind of in this kind of cellar portion, and she meets a doctor who is dabbling in criminal psychology, and which is very new at this point. And she then goes with him to a different asylum and helps with crime scenes and that kind of thing. So it sounds like it should be right up my alley, but there's just something about it that I'm not connecting with. So it has been a good probably 6 or 7 months since I first tried to read this book, and it's just not connecting with me now even. So I think it's time to say goodbye to this book and let it find a new home. Alright, next up, Three Dark Crowns. Alright, so I finished reading the first chapter of Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. 24 pages, didn't realize it was that long, but it was really good. I'm intrigued. There's queen triplets. I'm sure most of you know this book series. I am very late to the party. Three triplets are born to be queen, and only one of them can rule, and when they turn 16, the battle begins, and they have to kill the other two sisters. So, I'm very intrigued. This first section was about Catherine, and she is the poisoner queen, and that section was intense at some spots and very interesting, and I'm looking forward to learning about the other two sisters. So I'm looking forward to this one. This one is staying on the TBR. Alright, this one's next. Okay, so I just finished reading the first chapter of The Night We Said Yes by Lauren Gibaldi. At first I wasn't sure. I just I'm not sure how I feel about YA contemporary these days. Like, I feel like I have the few authors that I know for a fact I truly enjoy in that genre, so trying new ones out, I'm just never sure about it. But this one's a maybe. I'm on the maybe train for this one. I'm liking it. I don't know. It wasn't a very, like, it didn't have a lot in that first chapter. It was just pretty much an opening, kind of getting to the story. So I think we're about to get into it more. It's about this girl named Ella and her friends, and I guess they have like a night where they just have a lot of fun and say yes to a lot of things. And then the guy that she meets leaves just unexpectedly, and he, now a year later, he's back and he wants them to relive that night. So it sounds really interesting. I do like that it is after high school. It's the summer after their senior year, so I'm very interested in that. And it did hold my attention. So for now, I'm going to keep it, though I think I'm going to try to get it read by the end of the summer, because I feel like it's a summery read. I don't know if I'll pick it up at any other point. So if I don't read it in the next couple months, I don't know when I'm going to pick it up. So I may aim to get this onto my August TBR if that's the case. So it's staying for now. All right, our next pick, Vasa in the Night. All right, so I finished the prelude and the first chapter of Vasa in the Night, which is a retelling of the Vasilisa the Beautiful, which is a Russian folklore story, which I also think involves Baba Yaga, or the author is also pulling from that one. I don't know if they're the same story. I do not know enough about Russian folklore to talk on that. But it's interesting. The prelude, which was was interesting. It talks about like the night, like pieces of it being captured. It was really weird. But there's like a magical realism aspect. It takes place in Brooklyn, but part of Brooklyn is cursed by Babs Yag, or who I'm thinking is Baba Yaga, and she runs the convenience store, and like I think basically Vasa is gonna end up needing to defeat her and like save her Brooklyn neighborhood. But so far it's just very interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm feeling intrigued, but I just don't know 100% for sure. So this one is also gonna stay for now. But I'm not quite sure when I'm actually gonna pick it up. So that makes me kind of question whether I truly want to continue reading it or not. But for now, it's gonna stay because I am slightly intrigued. And our final book. All right, so our final try-a-chapter is for A Fire and Stars. So I did just read the prologue because I am going to read this one. So I was like, if I already feel like I'm going to read it, there's no use in me continuing because I don't want to like be too in the know. So A Fire and Stars, this one is about a princess, Denna, who is betrothed to the prince of another kingdom to help solidify that alliance. But Denna has magic. She has fire magic, and the kingdom that she is going to be marrying into, becoming queen of, does not condone magic. It is forbidden, it is seen as heresy, and so she has to hide it. And that becomes even more difficult when her training begins with the war horses and her betrothed's sister, Mare. And eventually an assassination happens, and her and Mare team up to figure out what happened, find the culprit, and that is all I know. So far, I've just seen a little bit of the backstory. Where I stopped was chapter 1, and that is when she is in the carriage on her way to this kingdom. So I'm very interested by this one, and I'm excited to read it. I know this one has another book as well. I don't know if it's a duology or a full series, like a trilogy, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely interested in this one. Chapters have been read, decisions have been made, and I am going to be unhauling this top one, A Madness So Discreet, but keeping the other 5 books. These try-a-chapter videos have like reignited my excitement for some of these, so I'm really like looking forward to reading them and truly giving them a chance. I haven't seen some of these books, or I've seen them but haven't really read what they were about probably in like 5-6 years. So I am ready to get into those. I hope to get some of them on maybe my August TBR. They have some summery feels. The only two that are like maybes for me that I just like don't know for sure about. I'm keeping them, but they're like more on like the fence between Unhaul and a keep. And that is Fasten in the Night by Sarah Porter and The Night We Said Yes by Lauren Gibaldi. But if you have read any of these books, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think I would like them? If you know about my reading taste, do you think I would enjoy any of these? Which ones should I read first, if any of them? Let me know your thoughts on my stack of keeps, and even let me know about the Unhaul if you have read A Madness So Discreet. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Let me know your thoughts. And that is it for our first video of this try-a-chapter series, I guess, featuring OwlCrate for at least these first few videos. Yeah, that was fun. I found some new ones that I'm excited about again, and I am for sure donating or getting rid of one of them. So, not as much progress as I expected, but that's okay. It was only 6 books. There is plenty behind me that I need to go through and declutter, and then I feel like my TBR will be renewed, and I feel like it'll also like renew my love of some of the books that I couldn't remember what they were about. So I'm excited for this little TBR, physical TBR journey, and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more on your feed from me, hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. And I will see you all in a new video very soon. Take care, everyone, and happy reading. Bye.